Hey everybody, good morning. Come on in. Hope you are having a God bless morning on this beautiful, cool, breezy Wednesday morning. I had a taste for something good and cheesy to go with my coffee. So I'm going to be making some nice, cheesy, garlicky, buttery muffins. Okay, so let's get started here. I'm going to start off with 2 cups of self-rising flour or any kind of baking mix. It has to be self-rising. I guess you could use Bisquick if you wanted to, but in this case I'm using self-rising flour. I have already put the flour into the bowl, as you can see. So that's 2 cups. Now I'm going to put in 1 cup of grated sharp cheddar cheese, and I am going to use a ½ cup of Parmesan cheese. Okay, so these will be nice and cheesy and buttery and creamy. So I'm going to just do a ½ cup of the Parmesan. Okay, so 1/2 cup of Parmesan cheese. Okay, and the next ingredient in there is going to be a ½ cup of sour cream. Before I put that sour cream in, I think I'm just going to go ahead and mix these ingredients together. So I like to put my dry ingredients together. And I am also going to be using a teaspoon of garlic powder. So I'll go ahead and, since it's a dry ingredient, I'm going to go ahead and measure a teaspoon of garlic powder in there. So these are going to be cheesy garlicky biscuits, okay? Okay, I don't put too much garlic. I don't want the garlic to overtake, because you know garlic will overtake the whole deal. So get all that mixed in. That garlic and cheese, you know, you have to have a very sensitive nose when you're cooking so you can know the fragrances that you're getting off your food, if they're going to be pleasant or not. And before I even start baking, this smells good. Okay, so we got that going. Got it all mixed up. Okay, and the next ingredients that I'm going to use, I'm going to go ahead and start my wet ingredients, which is going to be my sour cream and the milk, and of course the butter, or in this case this is that Crisco butter flavor shortening, I guess you call it, or whatever you want to call it. I'm not going to use this full stick, and I've used some to grease my pans. I'm just going to use part of this, which is going to be the equivalent of 1/2 of a stick. Okay, since I've used some off of there, ½ a stick. Okay. ½ a stick of the Crisco, or ½ a stick of butter. I guess it's the same thing. Yeah. If you're going to use butter, ½ a stick of butter. And if you use margarine, you're going to have to use a little bit more, because you know margarine does not have the oil in it that actual butter does. Okay. And the other thing too, before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and start. I guess I could have melted that butter, but since I didn't, I'm just going to have to incorporate it like that. Just take a fork and go ahead and get it slivered and sliced and incorporated into your mixture. And make sure you do it real good, because you don't want all of it in one spot. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to put is this ½ cup of sour cream. That look like a ½ cup, doesn't it? Yeah, that's a heaping ½ cup. Okay, and I'm not sure if I'm going to have to use a cup or a ½ a cup of this. I'm going to measure it, so if I don't need it, I won't pour it out. So I'm going to start out with a ½ cup. We just continue mixing, because we don't, you know, this is not a batter that you want real thin or where you can pour it or anything. You're going to dip it into the muffin tin. So just go ahead and pour all of it. This is Food Line brand milk, by the way. And I'm going to, and if I don't need all of, no, I'm going to need a little bit more. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use water. I like to put a little water in there. Okay, because that was like the evaporated milk, sort of cream. Okay, and I am going to use a 1/4 of a cup. I think 1/4 of a cup is good. So a ½ cup of milk and a 1/4 a cup of water. Okay, and I believe this is almost going to be okay. Yeah. Yep. Oh, forgot my mayo. I knew I had one more ingredient. So we're just going to use a couple of tablespoons of mayo. And that's going to give it a little bit more moisture and a little bit more flavor, okay? So that's 1, 2 heaping tablespoons of mayo. 2 tablespoons. I'm writing this down, y'all, so y'all do the same. This will be in the cookbook eventually. Okay. Okay. Yeah, man, I think those are going to be pretty good. Okay. I've already got my, so let's rest that 1/4 cup of water. So that's a 1/4 cup of water. Oh, yeah, that's good and stiff like I want it. So this is going to be like drop biscuits, but we're going to be putting them in a, into muffin tins, okay? Okay, so that's ready. Everything is ready. I'm going to get my muffin tin out of the oven. I've got it in the oven heating with the oil. Remember I told you, the same way I do my cornbread, I heat the oil in the pan so it'll give us a little bit of a crust on the bottom. So hang on one second for me. Okay, y'all, I'm getting ready to put these muffins in the oven. I'm getting ready to drop the dough into the muffin tin. This is my old 20-year-old muffin tin. So here we go. We're not going to fill them all the way. We're going to fill them 3/4 of the way. We need some rising room. Yep. These are like drop biscuits. I don't think. Okay. And this is a 12-cup muffin tin. So hopefully we're going to get 12. Might get more than 12 because I don't want to fill them all the way up. We'll see. Okay. Make sure we get enough in there, of course. So this is basically what I'm going to do. Just be dropping the dough into the muffin tins and basically fill them 3/4 of the way, and then they'll rise the rest of the way while they're in the oven. These should be ready inside of about 20 minutes. Okay, time to get them into the oven. I've set my oven on 350, and we're going to cook them for, let's say, 20 minutes. And we'll see what happens, y'all. This is my experiment kitchen, my test kitchen. Oh, by the way, I went back, because I'm extra, and added another cup of grated cheese. I thought, I want these to be the cheesiest biscuits yet. And if that's a little bit too much, you know, I'll tell you to back it off. But I went ahead and put 1 more cup of cheese. So that's a cup of cheese per cup of flour. And I'm going to actually get 18 muffins because I got that much mix left over after I've done the 12. And you figure 2 cups of flour, 2 cups of cheese, a 1/2 cup of Parmesan cheese, a 1/2 cup of sour cream, a 1/2 cup or a 3/4 cup of milk and or water together, you know, mix to make it come to 3/4 of a cup, and 1/2 stick of butter, margarine, or 1/2 cup of oil, and 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, and 2 tablespoons of mayo. That's a lot of mix, so we're getting 18 biscuits or muffins out of this batch. So that's pretty good, and if they're good, that's going to be even better because, y'all, these will freeze. You know you can freeze biscuits. I buy frozen biscuits at times when I want biscuits. So these freeze very well. So this is something, if they last, you can put them in a plastic bag and make sure you seal them really well. What I do really is to wrap mine first with some saran wrap and then put them in a plastic bag and throw them in the freezer. And then you can pull them out and let them sit out and thaw. And then heat them up in the oven again. So, okay, they're in the oven. So, in 23 minutes, they ought to be done. So, this is another one of those 30-minute situations that you can have these on the table with a nice cup of coffee. Or you can use, if you want bread for a dish or for a meal. In this case, this is basically our breakfast because I'm not cooking nothing else but this. We're going to have something hot to drink, or they can get something cold to drink. And if somebody wants a piece of bacon or something like that. But this is it for right now. So, we'll be back shortly. Okay, y'all, first pan out, and they look yummy. 20 minutes is how long you need to bake these. 20 minutes. And like I said, we're going to get 18 out of this batch. So there they are. So these are done, y'all. I'm going to bake the rest of them, take these out, and plate them. So hold on. Yes. All done and plated, y'all. Peggy's garlic cheesy muffins. Pay attention to the recipe. Try them soon. They're quick, easy, and super delicious. So, listen, y'all continue to have a God bless day. Go in the kitchen and whip you up something just like this. Something I just made these up out of another recipe. So, listen, y'all, truly, seriously, keep those prayers going up so the blessings will continue to come down. Continue praying for one another. We still are facing so many different things throughout this country, throughout the world, as a matter of fact, like I've said often, and in our neighborhoods and in our families even. So do something good to somebody or for someone. Cook you something good to eat. Go change your room around, decorate, call up a friend, say hey to the neighbor, or do something that will give you that sense of peace. I talked to one of my girls that's all the way over in where is she? Lord, she's so far away. Did I forget where she is? No, she's over in Tennessee. She's, as a matter of fact, she's over in Franklin. And she said something to me today that just stole my heart. Let me just say this to you. She said to me, she calls me Mom Peggy. She said, you know what? I miss you so much. I want to see your face so badly. I said, well, I miss you too, darling, because we did develop a great relationship over about 5 years. She said, but you know what? I am so at peace where I am, and I'm so excited to be where I am. She's relocated her business, her family life, and everything. She said, the only thing that I miss from there is you. I thought, now you really made my day. She said, I know a lot of other people might feel some kind of way. She said, but that's just the way I feel when I got here and I realized that you're the only person that I missed when I left. So that speaks volumes about how you treat people. So get somebody in your life that you can love on and encourage and be good to and do nice, kind things for. So again, keep those prayers going up so the blessings will continue to come down now. Love you guys. Thank y'all for tuning in. Toodaloo.